hello there. I wasn't expecting you this soon. Welcome to Look Around the Confederation. I'm your host for the evening, Moose. And before we get started, please remember the views and opinions expressed in this broadcast are not necessarily the views and opinions of the SCV, its GEC, nor any divisions, brigade, camps, or any other subsidiaries, strictly those expressing them. How is everybody doing in Dixieland tonight? We have a show for you planned, packed with some news and some fun times. So I hope everybody is doing good in Dixieland tonight. And I can't wait to get started. So, fun fact, if you can't tell, it was also casual day at work. I get to decide when it's casual day, so it's casual day at work today. As you can tell, I have not changed back from work, so we are smidge and a half behind today. So stuff is still loading in. It has been a busy day. Whew. This working for a living stuff is rough, man. Let me tell you. Not a fan. Not a fan. But luckily I get to spend some time with y'all and we can relax, have a good time, and talk about some of this great stuff going around our Confederation. So right now, Kentucky is loading in with Kyle Thompson, Kentucky Division Commander, who is, I'll let slide. He was actually one of the first people to comment, which is rare for Kyle. He's normally a smidge and a half late. So, you know, good to see you, brother. I have not responded to your message yet. So I will respond to you in just a bit after the show. But if I looked at the date right, Kyle, I'll just say this. No, I'll text you though. Sadly, it looks like it's not going to be able to happen, brother. From the date I saw glare up at my phone, that is. So let me just make sure, because I'm also trying to get everybody's news ready at the same time. It's a lovely day here. Oops, that's not good. Don't do that. All right, work with me here. Technology. So I see 5th Brigade Councilman of the Mississippi Division, Keith Newsom, in the chat. Good to see you. Johnny Jerkins from the General James H. McBride camp in Missouri. Good to see you. Again, as I already introduced, the great Kentucky Division Commander Kyle Thompson. Good to see you. Daniel, good evening. Good to see you. Wes, good to see you. Bruce, good to see you. Al from Camp 155. Good to see you. Good to see you. Make sure to share this episode out. I did not have much time for promotion today, so who knows what all is floating around out there as news is coming in. So how's everybody doing? Yeah, it has been a bit slow. I guess on random news cycle, the 5th Brigade is selling these lovely challenge coins, and you can contact me about getting you one of these great 5th Brigade challenge coins. $15 a pop. Funds go to a new monument coming up in the 5th Brigade. There's 2 people I don't think I've sent your coins out to yet, but I will be getting in touch to send them out soon. That is my apologies. All right. So how is everybody? I want to see some reactions in the comment section. How is everybody doing? Let me go through here. I'm trying to double task tonight, which if you've ever watched a show, you should know is not a good thing for me to try to do. Never good. Oh no, Kyle, dag nabbit. Oh, that's great, Kyle. Oh, I'm going to put that up there. Oh, it wouldn't be a look around show without me and Kyle having fun in the background with Hulkamania of all things. Oh, great. Oh, it's great. Oh, I'm going to tell everybody that's not AI, Kyle. That's real. That is 100% real. Oh, yeah, that's getting added to the news. We have a slow news day on chat tonight. I won't look around if you can't tell. I'm adding a gag picture. Audrey's doing well. Audrey, the potted plant, is doing well. It looks like someone knocked over my flags, though, on my Shelby Foote novels. And that's tragic. I am trying to rearrange my office. I'm going to have my camp flag right here to start blocking the bed. So we're trying to edit that around. But I have to move a lot of stuff. Because between me and y'all, my office is overflowing with SCV stuff right now. So like I have files stacked on the floor for me to get to, and then I have work files over here. So like there's nowhere to put the flag. So I'm gonna have to do some rearranging and see if I can get that in there. But yeah. I think I got all the news from you, Kyle. One more bit of news, and I'll have everything done. We can just kind of sit back and talk for a minute, making sure I have everything. Nope. I have one more thing. All right. So we're just having the time of our lives here, if you can't tell. Multi-management is not my strong suit. I'll go ahead and tell you. Ooh, okay. All right. Let's hope that's enough. Yay! It entered. I'm just in my own little world, aren't I? Let me tell you, this was fine for the office when the computer was cooler, but I had to step outside to go get check on my dogs before we started the show, and I don't know what it was. I don't like wearing polos. I don't like just wearing a polo short sleeve shirt. I feel like I have to be having something on, so I threw this on. This isn't even mine; it's a hand-me-down. Because I'm not a Yankees fan; I'm a Cubs fan. So ignore this. I'll put a sticker over that or something. I don't have anything to put over it. Dicknabbit. But so I threw this on because I just don't like walking around the office. I don't like walking around anywhere in a polo shirt. I just don't feel comfortable in. So I put this on so I could have a bit of a long sleeve thing going. And I was cool all day. I drank coffee in this office this morning. And I went outside one time here in Mississippi, and the humidity is killing me. I feel like I'm being smothered alive in this room now. Smothered alive. I'm so hot, but I refuse to take this off. Refuse with a burning passion. I don't want to take this off. Yeah. So I'm not. No, don't do that, computer. Just stop it. So yeah, that's why I'm wearing a jacket. It was casual Friday on Thursday today in the office, which means I didn't have any meetings today in person. So I just threw on this polo for work, just in case someone stopped by and needed a meeting with me. I still look somewhat professional. I usually wear button downs at work, but I was just like, I have no meetings. I'm just going to be doing computer work all day. So I was like, I'm going to wear my work jeans. They're comfortable jeans. My boots. I love my cowboy boots. I've had them since high school. And I was walking around with this polo, and I was just like, man, I look, I'm built like a tank, man. And I was like, man, I look like if I fall on something, the earth is going to shake and crack. So I was like, I'll just put on the hoodie. You know, it covers me up a little bit more. I like wearing jackets. Again, fine all day. Drink a cup of coffee in this exact room. Exact. And as I said, I went outside just a bit ago. About 30 minutes ago, I took off work, ran to the house to get my computer charger and let the dogs out. Came back miserable. I'm so hot right now. I don't know why, but the humidity in Mississippi grabbed me like I owed it money and mugged me and kicked me and punched me. And I'm steaming right now. So hot. So like just steaming, man. And okay, people are making Derek is making the throw up emoji with the Yankees jacket. Again, my grandfather grew up in the era where the Yankees were like at the top of the world. Even if it's a bit past him, he remembers watching the old games. He went for Babe Ruth. Yogi Bear was a great player he loved. And he just really studied those older games, even though they were a bit after his time. So he's always been a Yankees fan. And this is a hand-me-down, as I said. This is one of the few jackets I had in the office to wear today. I'm a Cubs fan. I like the Cubs. And so here we are, a Cubs fan wearing a Yankees jacket, and here I am wearing a Yankees jacket on a Confederate show. Isn't life funny? The only Yankees worth rooting for. Yeah, that's how my grandfather probably feels. He still roots for the Yankees. Let's see here. That's not downloading. I don't know why it's not downloading, but it's not. How many? We're just going to kind of go down the list. Okay, don't need that one. I'm getting the last bit of news. I'm going to ask a question. Is Jeff from Kentucky on tonight? All right, I already got that one, Jeff. So we're good on that one. I think I'm going to have this one, yeah, because it's the other side of the coin. Now that one I don't have. Okay. Is there another picture? I wonder. So, yes, this is what I'm wearing at work today. We're just all going to have to suffer together. As I said, it was casual Friday on a Thursday here at work today, so I had to wear a polo, and I had to put something on just so I'd feel comfortable. I wanted, if someone could walk in, I could still look somewhat professional and not have to go full out with khakis and a button down, or my good jeans and a fishing shirt is what I've been wearing at work. Just wasn't in the mood today. I knew I was going to be behind this desk all day if nothing dramatic happened. Luckily, anything that dramatic happened, I was able to handle over the phone at work. But so I still wanted to be wearing something nice because I see, by the way, the most sharp-dressed man in the SCV, Past Commander-in-Chief Paul Gramlin Jr. in the chat. He says, I'll show you how to look professional. No doubt in that. If you ever need fashion advice, you go to Paul. Just without a doubt, anybody in the SCV, you just go to the Past Commander-in-Chief because he is the most sharp-dressed man in the SCV. He reminds me of my great-grandfather. My U2 commander would have gotten so along because he loved wearing similar suits to what you wear. He loved the bright colors. I have a fishing shirt over there that's peach. He had a peach sports jacket. Loved it. Absolutely loved it. He wore that a lot. But yeah, if you ever needed fashion advice, just go to the Past Commander-in-Chief. Yes, Derek, good to see you in the chat, by the way. Let's see here. Jason Lloyd, good to see you. Facebook not letting you comment tonight. That's weird. Is everything okay over there on Facebook land? Do I need to go check that out while I'm out and about? How about that? Life today is the gift that just keeps on giving. Let me say that. Mississippi's basically breathing underwater today. You never know what happens. That's weird. That's so weird. Why is it downloading like that? Who knows? We're here just kind of really hoping for the best. Let's see here. Someone else commented. I'm trying to get to everybody, but again, I'm having to double task. So if I'm just like randomly talking, well, let's be honest, it's Look Around. It's how do you expect anything different? Yeah, Lloyd, I don't know why Facebook is just like we still get the majority of our viewership through Facebook, but that's one of the reasons we tell people, go to YouTube, start helping out our audiences out there. We don't want everybody to leave Facebook because, again, that's where we get the majority of our numbers, and TV show needs good numbers. But YouTube is just a lot more reliable when it comes to pulling stuff up and live streaming, even though they're liberal as all get out. And, they're one of the reasons I want to really one day completely revamp our website because I don't trust YouTube. Even though they're the best, if you want to, if the show is going to do what we want it to do, which is reach, millions upon millions of people. We finally reached our first million last year, but if we ever want to get bigger numbers, you're going to have to go YouTube at some point. We knew that. YouTube is just the biggest streaming service in the world right now, especially for the content we're making. YouTube is king. And so, yeah, go check us out on YouTube, SCV Chat. Yeah, that is, wow. Louisiana got 26 inches of rain. That's crazy. Jason, a lot of people are saying Facebook is messing up, so it might not just be your phone. I do recommend getting an updated phone. But then again, my job revolves around this, which is annoying. I can't wait to turn off my phone. When I retire, my goal is to see if flip phones are still around and get a flip phone. Because I will be leaving social media. I will be getting on once a day to check. And that is my goal for retirement. Whoo! Miss Sandra. Whoo! That is a topic right there. Oh. Wow. Golly. That's a tough one. That is a tough one. Lloyd, the South got baptized today, or the lower South. There was someone in Hattiesburg, just an hour from where I live. They were going down the street, and like they didn't realize how deep the puddle, the river at this point was, and their car just boom sunk, and she couldn't even pull out. There's a video of it on one of our news stations, and I was like, wow, that's tragic. Yeah, we're all getting baptized today. My farm needed the water, so I'm happy. I'm very happy. We've had a couple of droughts here in Mississippi, or southern Mississippi. We've had about 3-4 years of droughts, so I'm super thrilled about this. Jeff, good to see you from the Delaware Grays Camp 2068. Oh, Jason, I'm so jealous. Going to Monticello tomorrow for the 250th. I haven't been to Monticello since high school. Actually, I was probably middle school because I was wearing glasses still. Whew. It was a great place back then. I don't know if they've gone woke completely yet. There were signs of it back when I went. Of course, I was too young to even really notice back then. Being in middle school, yes, I cared about history. Yeah, I loved history, but it wasn't really apparent to me about the wiping away of history because my father was my history teacher. He taught me everything. And so I wasn't aware of the wider historian community failing at their job so miserably. So I would have loved to go back to Monticello, though. home of one of my favorite presidents, and the father of conservative thought that influenced our Southern ancestors. Been to Monticello 3 times now. Managed to go on the 4th a few years ago. It's definitely going woke, though. We had a good time, tour guide, and that one that didn't have a clue. So I would love to go again and just take everything with a grain of salt. I know Thomas decently well. I could always expand my historical knowledge on Thomas Jefferson, but I don't go to those places looking to be taught. I go to those places to enjoy the history. That's really why I go. I don't go for any of those reasons. I don't trust those sites to tell me the history more. I got to go back to Mount Vernon a couple years ago. Love George Washington's home. Beautiful. And I had noticed the difference in it. It was completely woke. One of the best facilities, though, I've ever seen in my life. But beautiful. Whew. Yeah, back in the day, though, I remember the tour guide back in the day. The Mount Vernon tour isn't bad. Some of the stuff in the museum is a bit stretching historical context, but it is incredible. Again, one of the best museums I've ever been to, even with some of the wokeness, which surprisingly isn't a lot compared to other places. It is without a doubt one of the best museums I've ever been to. So I would highly encourage everybody to go to Mount Vernon and see George Washington's home. I want a portrait of Thomas Jefferson. My problem, I have a portrait of a lot of people. I have a beautiful portrait of Jefferson Davis I want to frame, but I haven't had a chance to buy a frame. I have my piece of paper from Ole Miss that's just sitting on my desk right now. I have 4 or 5 certificates in the SCV that I haven't framed. I don't have my awards framed. Like, man, I desperately need to buy some frames. The problem is I don't have any wall space to put any of this stuff up. Oh, I did not know that, Lloyd. That's Lloyd with a history fact of the night. George Randolph was the grandson of Thomas Jefferson, and he served as Secretary of War for the Confederate government. How about that? That's interesting. It just proves my point, which, a lot of the descendants of the founders supported the cause, but, I don't think they'd like me telling that. All right. So we are going to go ahead and jump in a little bit of news before we need to take our commercial break, unless anybody has anything else they want to talk about. Oh, I know, brother. By the way, shout out to Mr. Herbert, a legend, one of the hardest working men in this organization. He said time will let you get all that framed. Yeah, no. My main concern right now is more space. Small living area, ton of stuff. That's on me. I had a bigger place in Oxford when I was living there. Or actually, no, it's not really even that. It was more of just moving like 3 houses into one house. Won't recommend it. Because even though I've been living in dorms or, a single room, or even when I'm living at home at the farm, I only got that one room. You don't really think about the stuff you collect when you're moving around as much as I have the past couple of years. Luckily, I've been staying at home now in Waynesboro for a long time. Very happy to be back at my family farm. But I didn't realize how much stuff I collected till I moved back in. And I left a lot of my stuff just laying around. And finally, I was like, I told Dad, I think I'm going to move everything in finally. It's obvious I'm not going anywhere. He's like, oh, okay. I think he regrets that now. Our house is covered with my stuff. It's all just in my room right now. So he probably regrets that. I think my father's OCD. I don't think he thinks that, but I think that because everything has its place, and then you have my section of the house just completely everywhere. Jason, good to see you from the Turner Ashby camp. Good to see you at Facebook worker. Got the Tennessee Division Commander John Blankenship on. Michael makes a good point. The guide will really make or break the experience. He's walked out of the middle of a tour because it was just being awful. I definitely get that. I've left with bad tastes in my mouth. I just try my best not to let it get to me. I'm not saying it doesn't, but I try because usually I know enough history about the place to just really be amazed and just be happy that I'm at the location. But there's been a couple museum tours and site tours and battlefield tours where I've just been like, oh, you idiot. And let me tell you, as someone who had to definitely rein himself in from the Ole Miss days, because I was such a smart aleck. Oh, gosh. I told history professors when I thought they were wrong. That got me in a lot of trouble. And luckily, I've been able to rein that in, and I can just sit back and enjoy a moment. But back then I could, let me tell you. All right. Let us just jump into a bit of news real quick. I'm going to keep that bit of news all together. So we are going to jump to Texas first off. With the WW Hartsteel Camp 314. So, yeah. The WW Hartsteel Camp installing VA tombstone for Captain Lewis B. Chesterville Jr. I apologize if I mispronounced the captain's name, and I do thank him. He was a hero. He was in the U.S. Army 60th Coastal Artillery during World War II. He was captured and was held in the POW in Japan until after World War II and was awarded the Silver Star when released. That is a hero. Let me just take all this stuff away so you can see the wonderful headstone this camp got him. The WW Hartsteel Camp 314 out of Texas put this up. A great camp honoring our veterans here that have served our country honorably like our ancestors did. Thank them for that. That's awesome. The Mighty T-Rex, past Commander-in-Chief Jason Boshears. Everybody, please thank Commander Boshears for hosting last week while I was on vacation. All right. And also the WW Hartsteel Camp at the Texas Division Reunion on June 6th. So a good group of men right there. Good to see some young blood in there too. That's a very active camp that's doing a lot of good for the cause, let me tell you. All right. Now we're going to be jumping over to Kentucky. Kentucky hosted their 2026 division reunion. Here's just a couple pictures from that. Kyle Thompson's in the chat, so I am going to be referring to Kyle on some of this stuff. Of course, you can see just a good group of people there seeming to have a great time at the Kentucky division reunion. Sorry. Sorry, I just lost my breath and train of thought there for a minute. And, of course, here's a group photo from the Kentucky Division reunion. I'm guessing that is a camp photo, Kyle. I could be wrong. But here's one I want to know about. It looks like our chaplain-in-chief, Mr. Tom, is receiving an award. Maybe there's two people getting awards. Let me take this away. Because I can see the Jefferson Davis medal. So, okay, that was a Metcalf picture. This was, let me pull it back up. Give Kyle some time to respond. This was a Metcalf picture in Kentucky. So the 1st Battalion, Company E of the Mechanized Cavalry were present at the Kentucky Division reunion. And I'm gonna try to buy some time for Kyle. All right, there we go. Thank you, Kyle. Kyle saving me. That is Dr. Hitter and Sam Flora getting the Jefferson Davis Award for Lifetime Achievement in Kentucky. Wow. Congratulations, both of you gentlemen. Well deserved. Thank y'all for everything you have done for the Kentucky division. And of course, also there, it looks like to be Charles Luray. And he got a picture with Kyle Thompson, the Kentucky division commander. And of course, this is what I was talking about earlier. This great picture with Army Tennessee Councilman Roy Hudson and past Commander-in-Chief Jason Boshears with Hulk Hogan there. It cracked me up, Kyle. Oh my gosh. I laughed for a good 2-3 minutes when I saw this picture. That is just great. Just look at that. That is wow. So I had to put that up there. But it looks like Kentucky had a great reunion. I'm happy for y'all. Wasn't y'all's election this year? Did everybody? I'm guessing Kyle is still Kentucky division commander, considering that's what I've been calling him the whole show. Did you win re-election, Kyle? We're gonna wait on Kyle. By the way, that reminds me, if your division did have elections this year, please send me the election results with a picture of your officers. I'd love to talk about that. Okay, Kyle said, yeah, the officers stayed the same and were reelected. Well, congratulations to the men of Kentucky, and thank y'all for y'all's service. Next up, we're going to be traveling to the Missouri Division as our camps throughout the Missouri Division were present for the annual Missouri Confederate Memorial Day service on June 13th at the Confederate Memorial State Historic Site in Hingsville, Missouri. This is just an overall shot. Here is a better group picture. Look at that. That is packed to the brim with people there to honor their Confederate veterans. And they even added, it is a former site of the Missouri Confederate Veterans Home. Around 800 Confederate veterans are buried there. The event is hosted every year by the Confederate Memorial Friends Association. So thank them for that and for keeping that place packed to the brim. Thank you. Ooh, sorry, my allergies must be getting to me. Floyd from Camp 648 at Hot Springs, Arkansas. Good to see you. Ooh, sorry. That just hit, man. All right. Well, next up, let me make sure I get that copied, because we're going to be talking about the 2026 National Reunion that will be held in Kentucky this year. Of course, you can go register today at 131scv.org. Please register as quickly as possible. It really helps them out. And we need to support our reunions. And just a couple bit of updates from them. They have, let me take this down. Own a piece of history based off the original 1902 design. Price is $40. I definitely want one. Y'all are going to be getting a lot of money from me. All proceeds go to funding the 2026 National Reunion. Of course, I believe they said they would have these at the Boyhood Home event. I could be wrong, but here is a better picture of it. Again, let me take that down for a second. So I definitely love when reunion medals are based off the United Confederate Veteran medals. Love that. Makes me smile each time. And so I'll definitely be getting a piece of that. I'll also be getting these challenge coins that they have available. One side has the Betsy Ross and the other side has the First National. So you can see those two there. And they are numbered. So get that collector's item as quickly as possible. Again, that helps the National Reunion people out. I can tell you just how much goes into that. It's crazy amount of stuff. So please help them out and get these cool coins and these medals. If you're like me and you collect them, you'll go crazy over them. And of course, they also have these challenge coins, which I believe are going to fund a monument in Kentucky. So when it gets to Kentucky time, I will definitely be trying to get one of them as well. I'm going to have to actually space this out with how much money this is all going to be for me. But I'm definitely going to support them. I want to get each and every one of these items. They're great items. So set some money aside, get the items, talk to the Kentucky division so you can get the pricing. Of course, this is $40. I will be definitely getting that. I love medals, but also love challenge coins. So I know I'm going to be getting these items. So I cannot wait to get my hands on them. I love challenge coins. I got a lot of challenge coins at the Mississippi Division reunion, and of course, I'm selling my own challenge coins right now. So it's a great day to be a challenge coin collector. But speaking of which, I said that. Well, let me put this up again. Just reminder about the 131st Sons of Confederate Veterans reunion. Make sure to get out and go see that reunion. Be there, support it. July 15th through the 19th of this year. It's very important that you be there. It's also an election year, so you definitely need to be there to represent your camps. So get there, and I can't wait to see you there. But the last bit of news we're going to be talking about is the 24th annual Forest Homecoming and Southern Heritage Festival. Will be this Saturday from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. Admission is $10 for adults. Kids 6 and under get in for free. There'll be cavalry, infantry, artillery demonstrations. There'll be music, food, drinks, settlers, history lectures, and home tours. This is a fundraising event for the General Nathan Bedford Forrest home, sponsored by the Sons of Confederate Veterans. So be there. I can't wait to see everybody because I will finally get to go this year. Yes, finally. So I cannot wait. Oh, I cannot wait. So I hope to see everybody there. It looks like it's going to be another great event. And I can't wait to enjoy it with all of you. And I'm trying to see if there's any other updates. It does not look like so. So that is all the news. Yeah, no, Kyle, I've been wanting to go to it for years. And Dad got to go to it last year, and he just rubbed it in my face all last year because that's when my beach trip failed last year. So this year, I'm so excited about going. I cannot wait to see everybody. I got my Nathan Bedford Forrest shirt already picked out and cannot wait. Past Commander-in-Chief Mighty T-Rex Jason Boshier says he will be happy to see everybody there. Can't wait to see you, brother. He was out there today actually getting the grounds ready. So everybody, thank the men that make that event possible. I know just how much work goes into these events with me helping with the Beauvoir events. It's so much, and it's a lot of hard work, and these people put in a lot of time. So make sure to go support these events and just have a good time. Go out there, spend some money, help them out. The site is beautiful. I have been out there only once before. That was for the reinterment of General Nathan Bedford Forrest, my namesake, and 2 generations of Dawes's namesake, my grandfather and my father. So now 3 with me. And it was a breathtaking event. It got me to my core. But this will be the first time I'm going to the homecoming event. I have not been out there since then. That was back in 2020. So I'm very happy to go out and see General Forrest's boyhood home again, and actually tour it and, just walk the grounds and just have a good day with everybody. So I can't wait to see everybody there. Thank you guys for tuning in. We're just going to talk for a bit because we accidentally got through the news a bit quicker than anticipated. So we're done with the news for the night. I don't know how many of y'all were just here for that or for my lovely personality, but just letting y'all know. Michael said that they do a great job managing the site. I haven't seen it since their interment, but I hope to go again soon. We'd love to see you up there, brother. Of course, go check out Bryce's Crossroads while you, if y'all up around that way. Michael's there. He'll make sure that you have a good time. I'm just going to throw all that on Michael. Michael's going to make sure of it. No. Michael does a great job down there at Bryce's Crossroad, and I can't wait to go tour that again. It's been a while since I've been able to go out there. Life just gets crazy busy, doesn't it? My gosh, this whole working thing for a living just is awful. I just want to go tour sites. Can I do that for a living? Anybody know that? Can I just go, do SCV stuff all day? Is there a traveling SCV job? David Pope wanted to remind everybody he just got home, so he probably won't be in before the end of the show. But this Friday at 7 p.m. Central Time, the Friends group, the Friends of Douglas Southall Freeman, will be doing a rerun presentation of the Faith of Thomas Jackson. So that'll be great. And Jason wanted to point out for the Boyhood Home event, the Kennedy twins and past Commander-in-Chief Larry McClooney will be there, plus 16 other vendors, plus a silent auction. Wow. Whoo. Wow. That sounds phenomenal. I can't wait to see that. As I said, since I've been helping with Beauvoir events, I can tell you just how much goes into an event like that. I probably have a gray hair or two somewhere from fall muster events. That's our big event down at Beauvoir every year, the last home of Jefferson Davis. And let me tell you, it's stressful. It's a lot of work. So please go support these events because they take a lot to put on. And these great men have been doing a phenomenal job. So I can't wait to see the Commander-in-Chief and past Chief of Heritage Operations there. And, of course, the educator, the past Commander-in-Chief Larry McClooney. So it is good to see everybody. We're just going to take a late commercial break and remind everybody that if you've fallen and you've tweaked your knee, maybe, just maybe, you should go check out Dr. Chris Cummins, MD of Oxford, Mississippi. He is on 501 Heritage Drive, Suite 111, new address. He is a life member of the Sons of Confederate Veterans. He's a past surgeon-in-chief. He would treat you with some good old-fashioned Southern hospitality, make you feel good, and make you want to skip that apple a day. So go check out Dr. Chris Cummins, MD of Oxford, Mississippi. Of course, you should also be getting some stuff and getting ready for the National Reunion by going to 31st Regiment Engraving. Of course, I talk about it every show now, but I was able to get from them this memorial band for my Confederate ancestor. I wear it every day, SCV event or not, to help me remind me why I'm in this history fight, why I'm doing what I do, why I spend so much time with doing history stuff. If I'm ever having a bad day, I just have to look down at him and remember why I'm doing it. I'm doing it for Private SO Dolls, so get yours today at www.31stregengraving.com, and you won't be disappointed. Also, check out Beauregard's Tailor. They are offering authentic War Between the State products, including T-shirts, reproduction flags, lapel pins, and so much more. They are crafted with exceptional research and unmatched quality. Go check them out at Beauregard Tailors, or Beauregard'sTailor.shop. Of course, I've talked about on the show as well. When I was graduating from Ole Miss, I ordered a couple of these. These are the 11th Mississippi Infantry flag stickers. I got an actual reproduction of the flag to fly out my house that day, or my apartment that day, because I was renting a place to stay, and annoyed all my neighbors. And of course, I carried this specific sticker. I got 3 of them around all day, and it was everything was reasonably priced. The shipping was good. I didn't have to wait too long, even though these are made for order. So it was a great day. I was able to. This is the one I carried around. I'm going to frame this one. This was in my pocket when I got the piece of paper. So all in all, a very good day and a very good product here. So make sure to go check out Beauregard's Tailor, because, again, look at that. Next up is, of course, our friends at the Museum at Market Hall. They will be open on Mondays all of June. They're also open on Thursdays, Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays, 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. But remember the general rule: if the flag is out, they are open. They offer only, go check out their gift shop because they're only going to charge you $5 shipping. I know, right? That's crazy. So go check them out at www.museumatmarkethall.com. And of course, here's some of the great stuff they have. If you know anything about me, I'm crazy about seeing flags. I love flags. I'm a big flag guy. So I love seeing all this flags. They got a beautiful picture of General Beauregard, who might or might not look like Larry McClooney, depending on who you ask. They have a cannon, Confederate uniforms, swords, currency, and so much more. So go check out the museum at Market Hall and help them out because they are a great supporter of the cause, as well as our other sponsor, the Sam Davis Home Museum. There's many things to do at the Sam Davis Home and Museum. You can have a creekside picnic. You can walk through the herb garden. You can discover a nature trail. You can bring your dog for a game of catch, which is what I want to do sometime in the future. Visit the 19th century smokehouse, kitchen, slave cabins, and more. You can visit the final resting place of Sam Davis and several of his family members. Inside, see, all that was just outside. Inside, you can also watch a film about the boyhood hero, Sam Davis. You can explore the museum galleries, participate in scavenger hunt, tour the historic home, visit the gift shop full of great souvenirs and homemade and local goods. Pro tip, give yourself at least an hour and a half to 2 hours to fully enjoy your experience here at the Sam Davis Home. You can visit them to learn more about them at www.samdavishome.org. Of course, we could not do the show without our sponsors. For $2.50 a month, you can feed a moose. That is general support to us here at SCV Chat. That helps us keep the lights on. That helps us keep the software up to date. That helps us stay on the air. We can't thank y'all enough for that. For $10 a month, you can get behind-the-scenes content, your name scrolling at the end of every SCV Chat produced episode, and, of course, so much more. Again, we are working on trying to get y'all even more content for that $10 a month tier. You become a real chat head today. Go check it out on Patreon. For $30 a month, you can get exclusive SCV Chat merchandise that not even me and Connor, the owners of SCV Chat, will get. And, of course, for $80 a month, you can join our great sponsors that you have heard below and help us in reclaiming the narrative 1 week at a time here at SCV Chat as we continue to push boundaries and continue to gain more views and continue to get our message out to more and more of the public and tell our views, the real views of history. So thank you all for supporting us. Go check us out on Patreon. If you're having trouble finding it, just go to scvchat.com and it'll lead you there. So thank you all, and we'll be right back after this quick commercial break.
There is a place nestled in the rolling farmland of southern Middle Tennessee. A home constructed in 1837, nearly lost to the ravages of war. Saved by a servant and a Confederate general. A place where families loved and lost. If walls could talk, what stories could be told? If a place, a home, can feel love, loss, pain, surely this is one of those places. Nearby is a more recent structure, and inside are the stories of heroes and heroines, stories of battles won and lost, stories of sacrifices made by the people of its native soil. A place that will tell the true and complete story of the Southland and the war fought for its freedom. From the causes that led to the conflict to the modern-day struggles to protect Southern history. Historic Elm Springs and the Confederate Museum at Elm Springs are the general headquarters for the Sons of Confederate Veterans. A place where the story of the Southland and its historic struggle is preserved and told. Come and discover your history.
Welcome back as we get ready to wrap up this episode of Look Around the Confederation. Thank you all again for your support and for watching us. And, of course, thank you to our Patreon members that help us keep the lights on and help us in reclaiming the narrative 1 week at a time. All right, everybody. So, real quick, Derek told us something about one of our sponsors. The Sam Davis Home Storytelling Festival will be June 27th. So go make sure to check that out. Of course, Jason says that Kurt Hawkins and the Kentucky Boys will be setting up this weekend to promote the 131st SCV National Reunion. So go also check that out. If you're going to the Boyhood Home event, you should this weekend. Make sure to go swing by that. Again, remember, you can register today at www.131sev.org. So go check that out. All right, everybody. So, as I said, we kind of got through the news tonight and just kind of wanted to just relax. So, we will be going off the air shortly. So if there's anything anybody wants to talk about, now would be the time. Make sure to share this episode out, by the way. And make sure you email us at scyouthoutreach@gmail.com, and you will be featured on the upcoming episode of Look Around the Confederation. Remember, we are online. We are live every Monday at 7 p.m. Confederate Standard Time. And we have Tennessee Tuesdays on Tuesdays at 7 p.m. Confederate Standard Time. Look Around Florida on Wednesdays at 7 p.m. Confederate Standard Time. Thursdays, we have Look Around, our Commander's Comments at 7 p.m. Confederate Standard Time. Saturday, we have Friends of the Douglas Southall Freeman, Friday Night Live. And, of course, Sundays is Hardy on History. So thank all of them for all the great work that it does, because there's a lot of work that goes into the show. And again, shout out real quick to past Commander-in-Chief Jason Boshiers, who filled in for me last week on the Look Around. He was able to really help me out because I was going on vacation and really didn't have a way to do the episode. So that was interesting, and he was able to help me out and really do a great episode. I was able to tune in for a little bit of it. And so, again, thank you, Jason. Thank you for all your help in doing that. Of course, if you want a 5th Brigade Challenge coin, contact me. These monuments these coins will be funding a new monument here in the Mississippi Division. It's a little project that some of the camps in my brigade are doing, and I wanted to help them out, so I made this challenge coin. It will be to the 3rd Mississippi Infantry. Of course, their flag on the back right here. And, of course, on the other side is the 5th Brigade logo I got us designed, which is also based off the 3rd Mississippi flag. So we're very excited about this project here in the 5th Brigade, and I would really love to be able to tell these camps that are doing this project that we got these all sold out and the monument funding is all there. We are hoping to have this monument up sometime at the end of the year. So please, pretty please. I know a couple people are still waiting on their challenge coins. I do apologize. I'll be mailing them off shortly. All right, everybody. Well, without any further ado, I think we'll wrap it up a bit early tonight. Thank you all for tuning in. Remember to share the episode out. If you don't share it out, how are people going to know about it? So make sure to share it out. And thank you for watching. Thank you for your support. And until next time, remember, my friends, to stay Southern. Good night, everybody.